With the Advantech subfloor assembly, you can be sure that you're building a reputation on something stronger. And the best builders, well, they may always stand apart, but they never stand alone. So ask yourself, are you bringing your A game?
Hey YouTube, Steve Baczek from the UnBuild It podcast here. I'm out at our Hilltop Aero project. It's down here in Columbia, Missouri. I have the privilege of working with my good friend Jake Bruton. He's the builder on the project. Of course, it's a project that I designed, and we did it as a design build. But today, we took delivery of our siding, so I just wanted to run through that with you. We're using Boral's TruExterior product, and we're just going to run through what we had delivered. You can see behind me here, we have what is beadboard on one side and a flat on the other side. It has a tongue and groove so that you can either do the beadboard or you can flip it around on the other side and get that V-groove look. We're going to go with the V-groove. The house is a little bit more contemporary, so we don't want any beadboard there. But, you know, it comes in, I don't know what these are. These are probably 16, 18-foot lengths, so you get, you know, nice long lengths from them. As we move down here, we just have more of that. You can see down here we have a bunch of our just standard trim. These are all our 1x corner boards, window trim, all of that. And then as we move over here, we get into, this is the nickel gap product. So as you put these together, you can see you end up with a gap there that, let's see how true they are to their word. I think I actually have a nickel in my pocket, so we'll just see how good Boral has done here. Actually, I probably have everything but a nickel. No, look at that. And look at that. There you go. True nickel gap. Good job, Boral. I'll give you kudos on that one. You guys got your act together. But notice that in that nickel gap here, you get that lapping action also. And these boards are going to get oriented vertically as siding, not as a horizontal product, even though they could. But the beauty of having that little gap, if you truly understand water management, if I spray a bunch of water across this wall, what's going to happen is the bead of water is going to find that edge and want to fall to gravity. So that nickel gap actually becomes kind of this vertical canyon that allows us to get rid of that surface runoff in there. So that is what I would call the secondary siding on the house. That's the one that's going to be complementary to our main body. For the main body, we're over here, we're using an 8-inch Cove siding, and you can see here by virtue of just the way they stacked it, you can see how we have the lapping here. This is going to get installed in a horizontal fashion, and so we get all that proper lapping, proper water management. But understand that all of this siding is also going to get installed on top of a rain screen. So when we're talking about water management, it's kind of everything behind the siding is being taken care of. As far as, I don't want any water intrusion, I want to manage the water behind from a water management standpoint. This stuff here, when it gets installed on the rain screen, I consider that kind of makeup and the water shedding device, as well as it's the sacrificial layer, right? This is what the sun beats down on. This is what the snow and ice accumulate on. This is what the rain gets shot up against. So that's, again, what I call the sacrificial layer. And any water that does get behind it, which should be very little if we've done our job right, is just falls prey to the rain screen system and either gets dried out by ventilation or it drains vertically. This stuff is made from poly ash. You can go check it out. They're all over the web. I've used it. You'll see it on a whole bunch of my projects. I use it very widely. I'm very happy with it. It takes paint extremely well, and extremely is probably an understatement, as it takes it exceptionally well. The other nice thing is that you can nail very close to the edges here, and this stuff doesn't blow out. So it's a great product to work with. Stay tuned in the future as we start putting some of this great stuff up on top of the wall.